Hey YouTube, this is Deadly Tierney here with Super Awesome Gaming, and I am bringing you some leaked information about Black Ops. These videos are going to roughly be about 5 minutes long, hopefully, and there might be 2 or 3 episodes for this. Right, so the first thing that I want to cover here is the campaign. The single player campaign will feature 2 connected storylines, one set in the 1970s and 80s, so that's around the end of the Cold War, and the other in 2025. Alex Mason returns as the protagonist in the Cold War section, where he will be fighting in proxy wars of the United States in the Cold War. Known locations for this set game include multiple sites in Central America, Afghanistan, and during the Soviet invasion of Angola. This section of the game will also see the rise in infamy of the game's primary antagonists, Raul Mendez and Nicaraguan, I think, Nacro, terrorist, and the leader of Cortes Die, a populist movement celebrated as the champions of victims of the economic equality. So it's all very political and all this here, so it's kind of awkward, and I'm not really into the Black Ops 2, but I think the campaign, if they pull it off, it'll be pretty goddamn decent, like. But Mason's friend and colleague Frank Woods will also return and narrate the story into the 2025 section of the game. I don't see how they're gonna do that, because he should be dead by then, so we'll see how they manage to handle that, and see if they handle that well. So from the very first one, they've got a couple interesting locations that you haven't really seen in many Call of Duties. You got Central America, featured a lot in Modern Warfare 3. Afghanistan, there's a couple maps from Afghanistan in Modern Warfare 2. And Angola, so there's probably going to be like militia, stuff like that there. So they're carrying on that there, American type thing. So that there's the 1970s, 1980s section of the game. Doesn't sound too amazing, but the 2025 section sounds pretty decent. It features Alex Mason's son David, and when a cyber attack cripples the Chinese stock exchange, China bans the export of rare earth elements, which turns into a new Cold War. So I think that will be pretty interesting. A new Cold War between China and the United States. In this era of war, it's defined by robotics, cyberware, unmanned vehicles, and futuristic technology. So this is like the first Call of Duty to step in to the futuristic side. Like, we've got Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 2, but that's not that there. It's about like 2016, I think they're set, but 2025 with all these amazing things and a lot of known locations for that. The 2025 is Los Angeles, Singapore, Socotra, and Yemen. So I think the Los Angeles one will be very interesting. So will the Singapore one. So, and it has been hinted as well that the side of the plot of Viktor Reznov and his relationship with Alex Mason, which began in Black Ops, will be continued to Black Ops 2, so that will be interesting. Like Viktor Mason or like Reznov has a son or something. So that's the campaign overview. That's all the leaked information that I got for the campaign. I'm sorry I couldn't get much more for you. That's the most I could get. But there's this new thing here. It's called Strike Force Missions, and it's interesting what it is like, because I'll tell you like what I've got so far on this. It says that Black Ops 2 will be the first Call of Duty video game to feature the branching storylines in which the player's choice affects both the current missions and in turn the overall course of the story. I am loving that, because that is so like Walking Dead. The decisions that you make will affect the game entirely. It's not a set out one campaign thing. and these are known as Strike Force missions. These branching storylines will appear during the 2025 storyline and will feature permanent death. The success or failure of these missions can have the ramifications for the wider campaign storyline. Choosing one of the mission locks out of the user's sorry, I messed that line up there. Choosing one of the mission locks out the other unless the player begins a fresh campaign. So that is very interesting. I think that is a very, very good feature to the Black Ops campaign there. And in the Strike Force missions, the player will be allowed to control a number of different war assets, such as unarmed aerial vehicles, jet fighters, and robots. I'm thinking these robots could be a little bit like the assault drones, just a little more futuristic with maybe a couple more things. Highly doubt they're like robot people walking, but it'd be pretty cool. If the player dies in a Strike Force mission, the campaign continues recording that loss, as opposed to letting the player load a previous save checkpoint. The player's progress in the Strike Force missions may go on a change even the plans of the story's antagonist, Raul Mendez. By the end of the game, the player might have changed the results of the new Cold War, and the player will be shown what could have gone differently. So yes, that is a lot like The Walking Dead, and a lot of people will be able to make some good videos on that, carrying on the different storylines. So I think that will be very, very interesting, and it's a brilliant feature into the Black Ops campaign there. I think that their guy Raul Mendez or whatever, Menendez or something, he's gonna be a big role. I think he's gonna be like the new Makarov in this or something, because he's been mentioned quite a bit in the campaign's leaked information. So he's gonna play a main force. And them Strike Force missions, from what I've seen of them, well, I haven't seen anything of them, but like what I read there and all the leaked information, I think is going to be fantastic, and that's going to be far better than any other Call of Duty campaign. So I think that's going to be really good, and I think this video is going on for a bit too long, and I think that I messed up in a couple lines. So I'm gonna leave this video to an end now, and I would like you to like, to show support, and subscribe if you want to see more videos, and comment if you got any questions about the campaign or the Strike Force missions, because I sort of messed up a lot of lines. But yeah, so hope you enjoy this, and this has been Deadly Tyranny. So yep, see ya, and look out for the next video, which is going to be the zombies and Black Ops 2 leaked multiplayer perks and kill streaks. So that's gonna be good. It shows you pro and elite. So goodbye YouTube, thanks for watching.